Yo, guys, what up? It's the kid, it's the kid, it's the kid. I think you know who this dude is, man. I think you know who this dude is, man. For all those guys, for thy Sunday hangouts, it is your main man, of course, the big man, Forward, who is joining me for this lovely life. It's basically, remember, guys, this is what I said before, and this is a trial that I'm doing, is where we have a particular guest each day. So, Forward, for the time being, he's locking down Wednesday. Daniel's going to hopefully lock down Thursday. And I'm hopefully going to try and get Juju Man to lock down Tuesday.
Boy. I ain't missing the Tuesday episode.
Yeah, man. So basically, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, well, you're going to have this same faces trying to say what's up. So remember, guys, if you're in here, man, remember to like the vid, share the vid, show some love. We'll try and look at the live chats and everything, and then also try and answer as many questions as possible in the live chat. So let's just tell you what's happening in this whole thing, man. So we're going to be talking about Pogba apparently heading to Juventus, because Juventus want to now try and do a deal in January, and I'll tell you why that is actually very interesting. We're also going to be talking about Ceballos, Daniel Ceballos, who has said that he's come out and said he disliked his time at Real Madrid, and he's actually very happy at Arsenal, and maybe thinking about staying at Arsenal. What does that mean? And also Thomas Mueller, homeboy, says that he wants out of Bayern Munich. He's been unhappy that he's sort of been rejected and not really pretty much accepted. Has pretty much been ostracized from the Bayern setup. So those are the three main topics that we'll be doing to lock into. And then afterwards, we'll, of course, take your questions. And yes, I saw the Serge Gnabry goal. Yes, he gave birth to the Argentine defense. I understand that. Thank you. So, without further ado, man, ready to ride?
100%.
Okay, man, let's go with our first topic, man. So, Paul Pogba. So, Juventus are coming in with a deal. Now, let's just do a little backtrack a bit. We already know that they were already interested in Mandzukic. And Mandzukic was someone that they were thinking of, well, United were thinking of bringing in Mandzukic. But now Juventus now want to try and test United's resolve and are willing to give United Mandzukic and Emre Can for Pogba in January. The reason why that is very interesting, and we'll definitely get into that, I believe the rules are still the same. You can play in the Europa League and still play in the Champions League. Yep. If in the Europa League you're not coopted, so if Pogba was to go in January, Juventus would be able to use Pogba in the Champions League. And folks, that changes everything. That changes everything, because if Pogba joins Juventus in January, we have to have a totally different CL discussion. So before we really go into the CL the discussion and obviously what that means, but let's just really dig in deep to this rating right now. So let me get it over to you and give you your thoughts now, and maybe come back. Let's look at United. Do you take the deal?
Fuck no. Sorry for my language. But no, you don't. Look, you don't lose your marquee player.
Look, man. Let's get Pogba. You leave him, man. That's what I think. But look, okay, let me be entertained, man. No offense, United, man. I'm trying to be entertained on this CL tip, man. Come on, man. I mean, okay, so why not, man? Why not?
Look, don't get me wrong. Like, there's different perspectives to this deal. Like, from the Pogba perspective, of course you leave, but we'll get onto that side of things. From Man United's perspective, again, you don't let go of your most... In fact, maybe your only marquee player. Because if you look at it, what players are going to go for more than 100 million at Man United? Probably not Martial. He started the season off well, but then got injured. Not Maguire, not Wan-Bissaka, not any of these rest of these bums, right? You can't let go of someone like Pogba. And for me, I said for a long time that it's going to take a long time to rebuild this squad. In fact, last year on the hangout, I said it's going to take them 10 years to rebuild. So I guess now it's going to be 9 years. But if you get rid of Pogba, boy, that resets it even further.
Well, let me play devil's advocate then. How well has Pogba been playing for... Easy. Let me land. How well has Pogba been playing for United? How effective has he been? Because I'm looking at the guy that, of course, is talented. His head is somewhere else, and he is not really fully tuned into what happened with United. So let's go of Pogba. They maybe even give you cash. Emre Can is still a top midfielder. Can I land? Can I land?
You can land.
Okay, let me land. Let me be clear here. When I say top midfielder, I don't mean that he's a top midfielder in world terms. Relax, this guy's not 72. In regards to... Okay, let me backtrack. He's a good midfielder.
Okay, there we go.
Alright, he's good. Okay, look.
We're closer to the young.
Yeah. Okay, so basically, he's a good midfielder. And can we agree that if Emre Can goes to United, he'll be the best midfielder there? Yeah. Pereira, Fred, Matic. You're saying that he's not better than those dudes?
I mean, that's like saying I'll be the only black guy in Parliament. That doesn't really mean anything.
Bro, just walk with me here. If Emre Can goes to United and Pogba goes the other way, will he be the best midfielder? Yes or no?
He'd be the best of a bad bunch.
Just answer the question. I say yes. The answer is yes. Thank you.
Alright.
They need a striker.
100%.
So Rashford, Mandzukic, maybe old, he's a proven finisher, far more experienced. And if you're going to choose between who you would rely upon to score a goal, Mandzukic or Rashford, I'm going for Mandzukic, especially in a big game. So if I give you that, you still wouldn't take that deal.
Again, from the Man United perspective, F no. Of course not. Don't get me wrong, Mandzukic is a good finisher, a big game
look,
player.
so this guy says McTominay better than Shan.
Bro. You know what it is? Right, let's get onto Emre Can, right? Cool. My guy's played 2 games this season. 3 games this season. All off the bench.
Because he's not wanted at Juventus.
All off the bench.
So you're going to forget what he did at Liverpool. Remember that? Did he score goal of the season?
Oh, that was a great goal. That was a great moment, yes. But he was surplus to requirements at Liverpool. There's a reason why Klopp got rid of him, was happy to let him go to Juventus and be a bench player at Juventus, which he is now. Remember, he left Liverpool and they went and won the Champions League. So they didn't really need him at all. And obviously at Juventus, again, he's surplus to requirements there as well, which is why they're happy to trade him in. Now, if you're looking from a Man United perspective, which we are, why would you want to get rid of Pogba and then bring in Emre Can? He's not going to improve your midfield at all. Again, if you look at it, let me even ask you a question, right? If you put De Bruyne in Man United midfield, you remove Pogba, is he going to be world class? I mean, I think we would all agree he's a world class player, but it's very hard to look world class.
No, he's a sister merchant. Sister merchant hasn't played the World Cup final or a Euro final. Easy. No, I'm afraid he hasn't played a major final. He's a sister merchant, but
without going on that tangent, we will still agree that he wouldn't be the same player at Man United midfield.
No, he wouldn't.
Nobody's going to really improve the Man United midfield just by themselves. You need multiple players to do that, and ultimately you still need to keep Pogba. Now, if you want to get rid of Pogba,
I'm trying to get Pogba to Juventus. You're not really walking. I'm trying to get Pogba to Juventus.
No, we're going to get to that point. Okay. Basically, the end on the Man United point of view, no, you can't get rid of Pogba, especially for Emre Can and Mandzukic. It's not enough. Mandzukic is a decent striker, but ultimately he's going to maybe offer you maybe 6 months, maybe 12 months of good service, and he's going to fade away. Again, the guy's what, 33, 34 now?
Yeah.
Emre Can in your midfield, again, he's a bit of a workhorse, but he's no better than Herrera in my opinion. Maybe a little bit more physical, but that's about it. And he really offers about the same amount of yellow cards. That's all he's going to offer to you. So you're replacing Pogba with that? Not enough. Now, from the Juventus point of view, this will probably be the best transfer business in the history of football. Think about it. They got Pogba for free. They then sold him back for 80 million. Now you're going to get him back for Emre Can and Mandzukic.
Yeah.
That would be ridiculous. So, for Juventus, definitely you want to go. So obviously, it evens up. Obviously, of course, Juventus will want to do it. Man United, I mean, unless he's this poison child, which the likes of obviously their legends are saying he is, which obviously he isn't, then maybe you do want to get rid of him. But ultimately, it will come down to Paul Pogba. Now, does he want to leave? I imagine he does. Now, is he going to be able to leave in January? And this is the human element as well. He is a Man United fan, obviously born and bred there. But would he really want to leave them in January? Because that fucks them up completely, bro. Like
language.
F's them up completely. Sorry, kids. I'm sorry. Like that's mad, you know. Like if he leaves them there, like what have they got really left? Or Ashford? Like, bro, it's mad. It's mad. So
basically, if you're Juventus, what do you think? Let's say like you're Juventus and like no, we must get Pogba in January. What deal do you think it would take for United to give Pogba to Juventus?
That's a good question.
What kind of deal do you think it would take? Because it has to be plus cash.
Yeah, I don't think they have the cash. I feel like if they put just the cash up and they could meet United's valuation, then they would maybe be happy to let him go. But I don't think Juventus have got that cash on hand, especially after spending 100 million on.
Because what we're talking. So I mean, guys in live chat, Pogba, how much is he worth? Are we talking 120, 140?
I'm saying
in today's market,
given his marketability, I would say you're looking upwards of 150 easily. Yeah. Again, the market's been changing, bro. Neymar went for 200 a couple years back. So for Pogba, he's still relatively in his prime, World Cup winner. Obviously, he's already Serie A proven in that sense. So, come on, that takes you to the next level. And for real, Juventus, what they want is the Champions League.
Usually, guys, 110, 150, 110.
I'm saying 150 to be honest. Like, look at the market.
Guys, come on, guys. You have to go harder. I say I think we can ride with 130.
Hazard went for 100 Hazard go for 100 in 1 year left of his contract.
Basically, put me in that room. I'll give you 125. Put me in that room. 135 max.
Point I'm saying.
It's not about negotiation. Just say, look, what's up? 135, and then we'll just say what's up. 135.
My point is, whether they even offer the valuation or not, I don't think they're gonna have that cash on hand now. If you're gonna swap a player, Emre Can in return, I don't think that's gonna be enough to really sway United's hand in that instance. So I thought they're going to need a little bit more. And who's in that squad's worth it?
So okay,
Maybe a Dybala, maybe. Maybe that's something that kind of catches their attention.
So you believe that it has to be players plus cash?
Yeah, it has to be. There's no way.
So in your way, what is the deal then? Let's say Juventus. What is the deal do you believe will get you Pogba then?
Well, Dybala has been playing good this season, but if he's still surplus the requirements as we saw earlier in the season, as it seemed suggested, and
So you're saying Dybala plus 150?
Oh no, then it would be Dybala plus maybe 50, and I think that would be enough. That would be enough. And then would United buy on that? I mean, I don't know.
So basically, if you're United, do you buy it on Dybala plus 50? I don't know, man, because Dybala hasn't played in the Premier League before, has gone off the ball. That's for me. Do you know what? Emre Can, Mandzukic plus 100 mil, I think is a better deal than Dybala plus 50 mil. Guys, what are we saying? What's a better deal? Emre Can, Mandzukic, 100 mil, or Dybala plus 50 mil?
Look, the way I look
if you're United, think about if you're United.
The way I look at it is, it's hard for me to even answer that question, because for me, if I'm United's board, I'm not getting rid of Pogba whatsoever, right? You build a team around that guy. At the start of the season, I was saying you make that guy captain, you offer him the new contract, and you make him captain. You don't give it to Ashley Young. No, this is Manchester United, biggest club in the world, apparently. Which, to be fair, they probably are on par with the likes of Real Madrid and Barcelona. But yet, you're not treating it like one of the biggest clubs in the world. If Ashley Young is your captain, it's not happening. So. For me, you keep Pogba at all costs, but would they bat on Dybala and 50 million? I think they might.
Well, basically, people in the...
But then again, at the same time, not in January, though. I feel like in January, for them to get rid of a player like that midway through the season, I think it's too much of a risk.
Everyone is going with Dybala plus 50. Well, this guy says Pjanic and Dybala plus 50. So this is from a United... So this from a United fan says that Pjanic... Dybala plus 50.
So that's what you want, but that's just not realistic. Pjanic and Dybala. Pjanic is amazing.
Bro, Pjanic ain't sniffing United. Pjanic is one of Juve's best players. It's not happening.
And also, for me, the main problem with the initial deal that's been circulating in the news is Emre Can and Mandzukic. Those are decent players, but they're not going to take Man United back to where they were. Back in the day, Man United went and bought that person.
Mandzukic is done. But experience.
A good base player, but I can't be a starting striker for next season. Not when
Arsenal, let me ask
Aubameyang, Kane, Aguero. No.
Choose between Zukic and Rashford. Who are you taking? Zukic or Rashford? Who you couldn't go?
Okay.
If you say Rashford, get that out of my place.
I'm not gonna say Rashford. I'm gonna say Ashford because he's dusted out here in the current system. Rashford.
I
call it Ashford. He's dusted, bro. But at the same time, I'm still taking Ashford over Mandzukic because he's younger.
Get some nuts, man.
I'm on a roll.
Okay.
But no, I'm still taking Ashford over Mandzukic because there's the potential there. He can grow and he's not going to be a world-class player like some people are saying out there, Terry.
Damn.
But he's got the potential to grow and be a better player, especially at left wing, not as a striker. So Mandzukic, again, that's a squad. That's to build the squad up. Same with Emre Can, but they need people. They need hitters to go in there right now and make a massive difference, which they're not doing right now.
Okay, let's put the script on. So this is the last thing before we go to the next topic. If crazy world. Crazy scenario. Pogba is at Juventus in January. It's not gonna happen. Let's just pretend it happens. Let's say this is like a Disney movie with like Tinkerbell.
I like Tinkerbell.
Was it a bit scary as a kid? Do Juventus now become clear favourites for the Champions League? Pogba in Juventus, January he can play in the Champions League. Pogba, Costa, Cristiano Ronaldo, he who actually knows how to now score right now. Pjanic. They're doing, but do they become favourites out of Liverpool?
They're up there, man. They're up there, man. I'll tell you what. Honestly, I told you about Higuain as well. I told you. At Juventus, he's just different, isn't it? But that changes the game, you know. That changes the game. Because I think when I watched Sarri with Chelsea, I think what changed it for us in the season was when Ruben was playing. When he had like a midfielder who had that X factor about him. He could take the ball and dribble past players, make things happen. With Pogba, obviously, you know, he's the finished product. Less dribbling, but more of his passing, obviously long range shooting. Like, we saw what he did with Juventus back in the day. So like for him, you're buying a known commodity, and he's gonna ball out with Juventus. And you know when you look at the Ajax game, and even recent games where they've been knocked out of the Champions League, they kind of just lack that X factor, that ability to retain the ball in the middle of the park, and also to make something happen, especially for the forward players. So I feel like, you know what, that makes them massive favourites. But
you still wouldn't put them as firm favourites then?
3 letters. P.
Oh,
S.
God.
G. With Neymar, of course.
If PSG don't get past the quarters, what will you do?
We need to think of a forfeit. You know what? We'll get the forfeit done by today. So you guys leave it in the comments below. Get us a forfeit.
Leave it in the comments below because this dude... Wait, did you watch the miracle at Camp Nou? Did you forget the miracle at Camp Nou? Did you watch what happened against today?
Was Neymar playing that? Oh wait, Neymar was playing that day for Barcelona. And why did the miracle happen? Because of Neymar. So when Neymar plays for PSG in a knockout game, he's not gonna. I've not seen him lose a knockout game with PSG. Have you? Now he's not played in any, to be fair, but that's because of injuries. But I'm telling you right now, if he plays in the knockout stages for PSG, finals minimum. That's the bet. So for this guy, once he loses the bet, guys, let us know in the comments below. Get something first down. Like,
okay. Actually, but there was an interesting comment that was said here because a dude said,
you know what? Triple space letter, and you have to write it down on stream. That's
Right.
my suggestion. But you know what? Leave some more suggestions below.
Well, so let's just be clear. If Neymar is fully fit, you say champions or
Finals minimum. Yeah, 100%.
Okay, all right.
Save this vid.
Save this tweet.
Remember that Van Persie video when he said save? I mean, he said this 5 years ago. About obviously United went bad form with Moyes.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, you think we're gonna get out of this trouble? He's like, of course we will. All right, save this vid. 5 years later, bro. And the funniest thing is, now he's being a spokesman for Arsenal. He's going to Arsenal events and now he dropped shit real quick.
But he won his league title, so what can I say? But where Chris before leave, you guys said Pogba can't blend well in a Sarri system. Do you believe that?
I mean, why is that? I would like to hear the reason why he can't, because whenever you've seen Pogba play under an attacking manager, yes, Sarri is quite stubborn, he's quite regimented and maybe not as flexible, which I think things would suit Pogba, but at the same time, he's going to get Pogba playing in an attacking system. He's got Pjanic behind him to obviously recycle the ball. You've got probably the more ball-winning midfielder, which is kind of like Khedira, and maybe they keep Chang, and obviously Chang can play that role. Mainly Bentancur, again, players are just so much better than Chang, which is why if he goes to Man United, he's not going to improve them whatsoever. But so again, I think Pogba can definitely work there. And again, you got Pogba feeding the likes of Cristiano, Higuain, Dybala, Douglas Costa, Cuadrado. Who's he got at Man United? Ashford, Martial, who again only got 11 goals in the Premier League.
Fred Flintstone. All right, guys, let's go through. So, next topic we have now is Dani Ceballos. So, let me just give you guys the load on the story. So, it's when Real Madrid gave Arsenal Dani Ceballos for a season-long loan because for some strange reason, Zidane still feels that Modric and Toni Kroos are 25 and 24 respectively. So Ceballos has come out and said that he didn't actually like his time at Real Madrid. He wasn't too happy because he wasn't really played much. And he actually enjoys Arsenal and actually really likes his time here.
He likes the London life.
He likes the London life, maybe he likes the London life, but also maybe he just likes the fact that he's actually been appreciated and actually being loved at Arsenal. So this is now giving Arsenal fans maybe the chance of saying, you know what? If Ceballos isn't given assurances next season, whoever the manager is, that he isn't a first-team regular, Arsenal could strike a deal to have Ceballos as a long-term dude at their ranks. So, Ceballos, if you're Ceballos, what do you do?
First of all, quality player, no doubt about it.
Very good. Great acquisition.
Under 21 euros, player of the tournament, scored some amazing
free
free
kicks. He was a player of the tournament?
Yeah, won the final as well. I think scored a free kick in the final. But amazing player, no doubt about it. Amazing potential, should I say, rather. And I think he's a player who just wants to like the adoration that you get from Arsenal, because at Real Madrid there's so many Galacticos there that you're not really gonna get that praise. But Arsenal, there's anything that Arsenal fans do well, they love a hero. I think the way they welcome Aubameyang, even Ozil, Lacazette, they just love a hero. And I think they've really taken well to Ceballos, especially his opening 2 games. I think against Burnley he was amazing. And he's not played them that many games since, and I think that's the problem with Emery. I think even with a new manager, maybe would see better from Ceballos. But getting to the point, I think Ceballos should stay. Or rather, he should stay at the Emirates. I think with Real Madrid, there's a likelihood that they probably themselves might want to go for the likes of a Pogba, maybe a Verratti,
Eriksen
midfielder, Eriksen potentially. I don't really rate Eriksen that much, but that's story for another day. But so if you're Ceballos, I think you definitely make him move, especially with how Emery's been treating Ozil. So I think there's a spot for you to really be that creative midfielder, that creative guy in the midfield.
What has Ozil done? What has that guy done?
Don't get me wrong, he's been irrelevant for a minute, but at the same time, Emery's not giving him the chance to be relevant. And he did have a good preseason. Now, I'm talking about Ozil, World Cup winner, right? Was a good preseason, but still, he looked good. And you're telling me he wouldn't offer more to United, to Arsenal than what you saw at Old Trafford?
Simple question. Are you telling me with your chest that if Ozil was given the chance as a regular starter, he would be effective for Arsenal?
Oh, 100%. 100% he'd be effective. 100% he would be effective. Don't get me wrong, you've seen him be inconsistent, not have the best of form, but I'm telling you, he's having a better impact than playing Torreira as a number 10. 100%. I'm saying if Emery plays an attacking system and you got the likes of, he's not feeding Giroud anymore or Walcott, he's feeding Aubameyang and Lacazette. And if Pepe catches fire, that's a mad front three, with Ozil supplying them. Don't get me wrong, defensively they're going to still concede goals, but Ozil's going to be living, bro. And even the game that he's played this season, he's looked good. He's looked, I wouldn't say like the old Ozil, but he's looked pretty decent. So I feel like he should be given a chance, but he's not going to be given a chance. Pertaining to Ceballos, Ceballos has been given more of a chance, and I feel like it's a good spot for him at the Emirates, 100%.
So what chances do you see of Ceballos actually staying, or actually like, do you think that he will eventually stay and actually commit to Arsenal?
Definitely. I think even an idol of his was Cazorla, so I think that was a massive factor in him actually wanting to go to Arsenal, and I think he's obviously adapted well, at least to the culture. I think he obviously enjoys the fact that he's obviously a fan favourite. He's even got his own song at the Arsenal.
Yeah. And also I think having, because Emery is Spanish here, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically, obviously having him obviously helps. But I think also, I just think it's one of those things. Is which would rather have, be king of a village or a servant in a palace? It's one of those things.
Arsenal fans are not gonna like that.
I don't give a damn. That's the remedy and that's the comparison. King of a village or servant in a palace. I'd rather be the king in a village, and I think that it's one of those things for players where it is, because things are so psychological and mental. It is very important to feel loved and to feel wanted and actually to feel appreciated. So I just think it's a great thing to have now. For Ceballos at Arsenal, how much does it help them? I don't think he's going to be a Cazorla. If Cazorla had been fully fit, bro, Arsenal may have won a league title. Cazorla fits for an entire season, Arsenal may win a
he actually carried a team-man midfield with Coquelin.
Yeah.
It's mad, yeah.
No.
He was a baller. Shout out to him because he got back into the Spain squad. So
from him, crazy comeback was all time. So basically, I think that for the Buzz, I think he should definitely. So if he was to stay at Arsenal, what is his ceiling?
What is his ceiling?
Vieira, Gilberto Silva, Cazorla.
No. I think it's not even fair to even put that on him because potentially it's not beyond the realms of possibility. But to put that on him, I think is too early and even just too much. Of a lofty expectations to put on him, but at the same time, he is a quality player. The talent is certainly there, and with that front three for the next 3 or 4 years, like you're going to be supplying that front three. And Ceballos was 22, 21, so he's a young player. Like he's got plenty of time to even improve on this game. So definitely, the idea is definitely to stay at Arsenal, and I think he could be a top player. Definitely.
Interesting question here. Try not to bring in bias. The guy asks Kovacic or Ceballos?
Oh, Ceballos. 100%.
Wow, that's quick.
Kovacic is a good player, don't get me wrong. He's good at what he does, but...
So why do you... Let's take goals away. And let's just look at central midfield work, i.e. ball retention, passing, vision, decision-making. And goals is off the table. You still go for the Ceballos.
Ball retention, Kovacic, everything else was Ceballos there, from what you said. Kovacic is pretty good defensively, but he doesn't offer that killer pass enough times. I think Ceballos is going to win you more games, more often than not, so definitely Ceballos. But again, both are good players, don't get me wrong. Real Madrid get rid of a lot of good players. It's just, you can't always make it at Real Madrid.
Oh, great. All right, let's head for our final topic before we take your questions, man. Thomas Mueller. I don't know why this guy is complaining it's over. Do you know what the funny thing about Mueller is? I was really convinced he'd break the goal scorer record. He was on thinking to break his goal scorer record, but now it's not going to happen. So Thomas Mueller wants out of Bayern Munich. Things have changed, and it's as if Bayern have moved past him. Coutinho has come in. Coman and Gnabry have held that space down. Perisic is in there right now. But I think it's specifically Coutinho. Maybe we'll actually get into this, but I think Coutinho is the guy who has specifically taken his role and is doing very well. Mueller says, I want out. I want to move on, and I want to move to another club. Mueller, let's keep things real. This isn't 2013. This isn't 2014. This is 2019. In 2019, Mueller, you're not going to any. There's no top club that is going to take you. Sorry. You've not done enough recently for any top club to take you. I get where you're coming from. You want to play, but this is the dilemma. Are you willing to take a step down? Because if you want to play regularly, you're taking a step down. You're not going to move laterally. You ain't going to Juventus, you're going to Real Madrid, you're going to Barcelona, PSG, Liverpool, Man City. That's not happening because you're simply not good enough. Are you willing to go to a Sevilla? Are you willing to try a Schalke or a Leipzig or something? I don't know. But even if we go beyond them, for a Thomas Mueller, How would you rate him right now, 2019 to today, Muller?
Legend.
No, you see, no, legend
I know.
is past.
I'm getting all the good stuff out the way.
Okay. Oh,
Legend,
yeah. Oh, wow, damn.
Potential to even win the be the best goal scorer in World Cup history.
Yeah.
Big player for Bayern Munich, Champions League winner. He's done it all.
Mm.
Right now, he's not relevant, bro. I don't say he's a bum. Okay, he's a bum.
Hey,
I said he's a bum. Right now he is. Let's be real, right? There's not many spaces for players like him in this generation of football. We've seen him with Dele Alli right now. Now, fortunately for him, he's still young and he can develop to be a different kind of player. But right now, for someone like Mueller, it's just your time has passed, bro. And it's unfortunate that you can't even really stay in Bayern Munich and be a squad player, which I guess he has the option to do right now, but he wants to leave. So the question is, where does he go to? And like, I spent that entire time thinking, where should he go? And I thought maybe Italy's a good place for him. Again, bear in mind, the guy is multilingual. So I reckon he'll be able to adapt to certain situations.
Would he work in Italy based on how their football is being played? Because Muller is a very kind of he's a strange player, not technically proficient but effective.
Yeah,
you know, and I just think that I look at if you say Italy right now, I'm looking at, and you want to look like let's say a top 4 team. So you look at Roma, you look at Fiorentina, you look at Atalanta, you look at all of these guys. Do you see Muller fitting into an Atalanta, in Napoli, and Inter Milan?
Definitely not Atalanta, not with the football that they play. Yeah. But it's difficult. That's why it took me a long time to even think of an right answer. But it's hard. I feel like maybe if he tried to redevelop his game as like a poacher. No.
I just said someone says that in the bloody
he was linked to United about 4 or 5 years ago. In fact, when Pep was there, and obviously this is mainly down to Pep why Muller's obviously like this. Like he phased him out of the team. Kind of lost his reputation because of that. And he's never really been able to gain it back, and obviously never really did it at international level either. Got the chance at the World Cup, flopped just like everybody for Germany. So for me, he's definitely got to take a step down in level. I think best thing for him is to try and redevelop his game as like a poacher, because I think in Italy you can kind of get away with not being that physical as a striker compared to other leagues. I think in the Premier League you want to be either like a really good target man or have that pacing behind. And if there's a team that I can think of right now, maybe I would say Fiorentina. I mean, link up again with Ribery. But again, it's very difficult for him right now to find a club that will probably meet his expectations, maybe his wage demands, and in terms of the potential to win trophies. Because right now, he's not at a level where he can demand that.
So basically, let's say Muller was to retire now. Was retire right now. What do you think his legacy would be? Because you said legend.
Yeah.
And when you say legend, in what sense? The goals he has scored, what he did for the treble, what he did to help them win the World Cup? Because I think Muller, basically, when Muller was at his peak, I was arguably 2013, 2014, and obviously maybe we want to speak about this, maybe that's what I'm trying to say, because I want to get your thoughts on him retiring. When I think of the 2013, 2014 Bayern and Germany, I think of Schweinsteiger, I think of Klose, I think of Boateng, I think of best right back of all time, Bart Simpson, aka Lam.
Yeah.
Do you really think of Muller?
Oh, you definitely think of Muller. I mean, he was the top scorer of the tournament. I mean, yeah, Klose broke the record, but...
at 24-14.
Yeah, Muller was still scoring the goals. I think he scored 5 and then 5 again. So, don't get me wrong, I think aesthetically watching him, like, if you were to watch him in, let's say, 20, 30 years' time, you wouldn't really show your children videos of Muller. Don't get me wrong, he's not great on the ball or anything like that. It's harsh, but it's true. Like, I'm not going to show my children videos of Muller, but at the same time, he's a great goal scorer. He had a knack for getting in the right position. I think what was the thing that they called him? The space investigator? I think that's what they used to call him back in the day in Germany.
Oh, yeah.
He was great at
always finding space.
He was great at finding space in tight areas.
Yeah.
But don't get me wrong, very good at what he did. You didn't catch what I did there, but don't worry. But yeah, good at what he does.
I'm looking about my brain is very slow. I'm sorry.
All good, bro. All good. Someone's gonna put in the comments. These kids these days, man. But yeah, I think he's good at what he did back in the day. And you know what? I think he's a legend for Bayern Munich. I think he'll probably go down as one of the legends for Germany. Of course, how it ended kind of affects that. But I think with the grace of time, I feel people are gonna look back in his career, I think, a lot better than how we look at it now.
Okay. I said I wanted to get a think of this. Obviously, I talked about this obviously on the Yesterday's Live that I did. Schweinsteiger. So Schweinsteiger is announcing his retirement from football at the end of this year. At the end of this season. Where do you rank Schweinsteiger all-time midfielders?
Ooh, I mean, pertaining to his generation, we'll keep it at that.
So basically, so what is his? Because this is what I was trying to think. So what is his generation?
It's tough, you know.
So is his generation Xavi, Pirlo, or did he come after Xavi? So because I'm trying to think, his generation is, I think he was after Scholes, after Vieira, after Gerrard, after Lampard, I think.
Yeah, but I think his peak just kind of ended before. Like, whereas I would
Because
say,
but say his peak was 13 to 14.
yeah, and what I think about Iniesta and Xavi is their peak kind of lasted a lot longer. Now, part of that is also because of injuries and also because of the team that they were in.
No, because wait, Xavi Iniesta was 08, 2012.
Yeah, but then even then they were still winning Champions Leagues onwards from that as well.
But they didn't win it.
2015, did they not?
Yeah, Xavi wasn't in 2015.
Okay, so then again, it's more Xavi than Iniesta to be
Yeah,
fair.
yeah.
But I mean, again, that's the company that I would put him in. Maybe not quite at their level, but again, in terms of like comparing them to likes of Lampard, Ballack, Gerrard, I think he's probably just as good as those guys. I think it's hard to separate those guys, but he's definitely in that level, 100%. Absolute legend of the game.
I mean, yeah, no, because for me, I think like in my view, I think between 2013 to 2014, he was the best. Player in that. He was the best central midfielder in the world. But so I mean, as of overall, top 15, top 20 midfielder overall.
Yeah, I think you could say that.
Top 15, top 20. Okay, so just before we get to your questions, guys, try and send in those questions and we'll get to them. So international break. It's not really like sort of like halfway through the season, but we can maybe just take time to really take stock of what's happening in the season. So Juve top, Mönchengladbach top. That's not really gonna last long. We already know what happens in the bloody Uber Eats. I think Real Madrid are top of La Liga, and of course Liverpool at top. Apart from Bundesliga, which we know is going to change, do you think you're going to see any changes? So Liverpool top, Juventus top, Real Madrid top.
First of all, don't count on Mönchengladbach yet. Don't count them completely. I am
counting them. There is no way I'm willing to bet my blood that Mönchengladbach are not sniffing that Bundesliga.
I don't want you to lose any blood. And to be honest, I don't think they're going to win the title, but I'm saying it can stay up there for a little while, is all I'm going to say.
No.
But in terms of what changes I expect from the other leagues, I think La Liga is going to be very interesting this season because it wasn't like before where you could say you had a peak Barcelona, a peak Real Madrid, and a peak Atletico, where obviously it was Diego Simeone's prime Atletico team, obviously the likes of Iniesta, Xavi, obviously Messi, Barcelona, and obviously Cristiano, Modric in his prime, Benzema, like that was peak La Liga. Right now, it's kind of falling off. You can argue all these teams aren't really at their peak form right now.
Yeah.
So I think you're going to see a lot of changes at the top of the league. I think it was even a top of the table clash last weekend with Real Madrid versus Granada. So as much as you want to crap on these teams, don't get me wrong, Granada are actually pretty decent this season. But I think that's going to be the most interesting.
Look, they have to change their name. You can't call yourself Granada anymore. So do you see it as a three-way fight in La Liga or a two-way fight?
I think it's going to eventually become a two-way fight between Real Madrid and Barca. I think.
So moving Atletico out of it.
They haven't got the firepower.
So everybody who was hyping up Los Colchoneros, and look, you're not even here. Los Colchoneros, all of you guys that were hyping up at Atletico.
Don't get me wrong, they look good this season.
Wasn't João Felix supposed to be like the next dude?
Yeah, I think he still can be the next dude. I think he's one of the best young players in the world, no doubt.
Okay, let me ask you, how good can Felix be? How good?
He could win a Ballon d'Or. Could.
What?
He could win a Ballon d'Or.
Over the Prodigy and the Oos?
Don't mention the Oos anymore. Not right now, bro.
Oh, okay.
I like the Oos, but you can't mention it right now.
Okay.
Stocks are falling, bro.
Yeah, okay. Even right now, who's better, João Felix or the Oos?
Right now, it's the Felix. Bro.
Live chat.
Guys, come on.
As of right now.
Guys, you know.
As of right now, who is... Because you saw that the Oos scored a goal on the weekend. As of right now, who's better, the Oos or João Felix?
I don't get me wrong. I'm not saying he's going to win a Ballon d'Or, but I think his upper bound limit is probably that based on how he's going. Again, bear in mind, he's at Atletico where they're going to build a team around him. His problem right now, which is why I don't see Atletico going to win the league, is because Costa's not been banging in goals at all, regardless. They're not banging in goals enough. Yes, they're very good defensively, but...
Oh, well, one guy said Hudson Odoi.
Oh, yeah, that guy's on point. Odoi is a baller, man.
Also, wait.
But I know you're not reading the chat out. I'm going to read it out for you. There's about 1 million Felixes there. Everybody's on point with me. That's what it is, man.
Look, these guys will they always go against me. This bloody breaks.
No, they go on the side of knowledge and understanding.
So basically, this guy said
right choice.
Neymar to Chelsea. Is he trolling?
It's been circulating, but don't take any notice of it. No. I'm not taking the bait on this one. I'm not.
Anybody who is thick enough to actually click those clickbait articles, you're a bunch of bums. So did we touch on the Premier League? So
Premier League,
8 points. Now this is what I said yesterday. Let me bring you up. This is what I said yesterday. I said this. It's not over yet. But if it's an 8 points gap at Anfield and Liverpool beats Man City at Anfield and they make it 11 points, it's over. As right now, it's not.
Do I agree with that statement?
Do you agree with that statement?
No.
They're going to bottle an 11 points lead.
I'm saying it's possible they could bottle it. You know why? Because they bottled it last season. And don't get me wrong, Liverpool
No.
You know what?
They were
right.
8 points clear after City lost to Newcastle, and then they drew against Leicester City.
Yeah.
So basically, it was never 11 points.
I think 11 points this early, it's hard to say, but don't get me wrong, like with everything that's happening this season, I think the main difference between last season and this season, Liverpool are now champions. They've won, they've come over the hump, and they're actually winners or something. So now they look around that dressing room, they see winners in each other's eyes. Before, they couldn't really say that last season. So there was kind of that nervous energy of, are we ready? Are we that team that's going to really go over the hump and be champions? But they've proven that they won the Champions League, and they obviously got a record points total in the Premier League. So right now, 11-point lead, I would almost say it's unassailable, but there's just that thing about Liverpool. You know what it is, right? Defensively, they're amazing. And even going forward, they're amazing. You just never know with the Premier League. And also, Man City have chased...
has risen. And
also, the thing is about Man City have chased down some massive points totals. But you know what? It's more on Man City right now. Because again, I'm going to say it right now. I told you so. When Laporte got injured, I told you it was a massive deal. I told you it was a massive deal.
Everyone is saying it.
And I even said it in a summer with a bit of trepidation, but I said that, you know what, not getting Maguire, not trying to get a second place centre back, especially when you lost company and you're relying on the likes of Stones, Otamendi, yes, Laporte, but now he's injured. I feel like it was a bit of a risky play for Pep. So they should have certainly replaced that, and that's what ultimately is going to cost them the most in this title.
Do you know what I want to say? Like, also, guys, I don't hate Pep. All I'm saying is that I just think that the guy is arrogant for saying he destroyed football. All I'm saying is this: is that
me.
What's an arrogant prick? What's a complete arrogant prick? Uncle Mo ran you out of time, and you went running with your tail between your legs when Uncle Mo ran you out of time.
I can't lie, I rate the confidence, man. I rate that.
Yeah, whatever, man. Confidence for what, man? Uncle Mo ran out of time, man. Arrogant dude. So let me say this. I love you, Pep. I love you, baby. Because you could offer me a job, money's tight now.
Yeah, he does watch the videos, clearly.
Yeah, he does. For Fraudiola. So basically, my thing though is that I don't think that Pep should be allowed to buy a defender in January. I think that's manage, suffer. Let's see how good you can do. Because as I always said, who in their right mind would get Otamendi as a defender for your team? Get a guy who can defend first, then think about how they can pass the ball or anything. So, Premier League, who are you saying, City or Liverpool?
Right now, it has to be Liverpool. It has to be.
I'm
winning at Anfield.
City.
You're reverse psychology, isn't it?
No. I don't do reverse psychology. Man City. So what? Since here, just touch upon Chelsea before we do some questions. Chelsea. Do you think top 4 is now a realistic thing? When you look at United, although everything is so murky right now. Because Tottenham are going through a internal crisis. United are trash. Arsenal, you never know. Leicester City, So do you think there's now, because remember, before the season started, it was like Chelsea top 4, transfer, but everything is unlikely. Tottenham and Arsenal just seem a lot more intact and everything. But when you're now looking at what's happening with Tottenham, what's happening with United, and how uneven they are, do you now think that a top 4 can actually realistically happen, especially with Loftus-Cheek is about to come through. Hudson-Odoi is looking sexy. Tammy Abraham has just surprised everybody. Tomori is looking great. Do you think top 4 is realistic?
I would go one step further, and I would say
easy. The Ajax double header is coming.
Let me land.
Land.
Alright, cool.
Man.
I would be.
If you say EPL,
let me land. Alright, cool. I would be disappointed if we didn't finish top 4. 100% disappointed. Don't get me wrong. I'm a realistic Chelsea fan. I don't put these unrealistic expectations on Chelsea. I understand that we're not the force that we once were, but we're getting back there slowly but surely. But going into the summer transfer window, I didn't think we were going to get top 4. For United was strengthened. I thought they would get Bruno Fernandes, maybe Dybala, strengthen up the midfield especially, but they didn't do that. I thought Tottenham would be a lot stronger than they were. They've surprised me pleasantly. 7-2.
Easy.
Get your 7 up.
Wow.
Look, come on, bro. I gotta enjoy that, man. That was beautiful. But so and then obviously Arsenal. Before getting Pepe kind of frightened me a bit, but he's not really taken off yet. Maybe he won't take off. You never know. But with Aubameyang,
bro, stop dribbling. You ain't Dini, man.
But the thing is, I feel like with the way we're playing football right now, I think we're a hard team to beat. I think we're a hard team to beat. I guess considering the teams that we're going up against, I'm really have to throw Leicester in there right now just because of how much the level has dropped. If this was 3 or 4 years ago, maybe I would say we're not strong enough to do it. But given how the team that United have fallen off, our Arsenal just Arsenal, Tottenham now looking in disarray. There's no reason why we shouldn't get there. And also, the most important factor for me is whether people not believe me or not. Just check back in 3 or 4 months' time, and I'll be proven right. I believe this in my heart. When Ruben comes back, we're going to be a completely different team. We're doing good right now. When Ruben comes back, it's going to be levels above what we're seeing right now. 100%.
So why? And when is Ruben supposed to be?
He's scheduled to be going into training at the end of this month. I would probably say November, if not early December, we'll see him back getting games. And even then, I would still push it back to maybe we'll see him at fully fitness probably by the end of December. Because again, I think with the injury that he suffered, it's ended a lot of people's careers. And obviously with his injury record, it's Achilles. Yeah, so similar with obviously Hudson-Odoi actually. And again, it was in that irrelevant game. And also bear in mind, he's had a lot of injury worries already going, even through the last few seasons, especially last season as well. And I think what we've seen with his rehabilitation process, he's actually kind of lost a lot of weight. Again, the story with Ruben Loftus-Cheek is obviously talented player, but in the academy, but he was only 5'7". He had that growth spurt, and it kind of affected his body. His body wasn't really used to moving at the speed that he could move at 5'7" at 6'3" now. It's kind of similar to, again, I'm not comparing him to R9, but kind of how R9's body broke down on him and he wasn't really prepared for the movements his body was able to do.
Keep your bloody Champions League. He won a World Cup, man. Champions League's overrated. World Cup over Champions League.
Again, there's very few players with the frame and physique of Ruben Loftus-Cheek is able to dribble and move like he does. So hopefully, he's kind of lost a bit of muscle mass. So maybe we'll see he's a bit more leaner. Maybe he's a bit more, what's the word I want to say? More stronger to be able to last the season. Then I feel like if he comes back at full form, then we're going to be a problem, man. We're going to be a problem, 100%.
Okay, let's us now, guys. Last 20 minutes or so, but before we have to run off, send in your questions. Send in your live chat questions right now. Send in your live chat questions right now. So as they're sending in their live chat questions, man, are you confident ahead of that double header Ajax thing? So the first game is at the Bridge or at Amsterdam Arena?
I believe it's at the Bridge. Someone let us know in the chat. I believe it's at the Bridge. Yeah. But oh hell no, I'm not confident.
Oh god, someone had to ask it. When are you doing that Pro Evo?
Hey, my guy.
When are you doing that press? Okay, no.
Basically, let me give you the lowdown, guys. Right?
God.
Let me know. I text HH. I WhatsApp him like, bro.
You didn't text anything.
Hey, look, I can send the receipts in it, but
don't send anything.
I said, look, when are we gonna do this pest thing? And he's like, bro, look, yeah, I'm a bit rusty. I'm like, bro, let me just ask you straight.
I'm rusty.
Do you want this smoke or not? And what was your response? You're like,
give me a week and give me 2010 inside. You're not scoring.
That was like losers talk to me.
No. Give me 2010 Inter Milan's team. You're not scoring.
For me,
I'll beat you 1-0 or 2-0.
I live by the code of the roads in it. For me, it's a man on deck at all times. If someone says I'm gonna give you that smoke on FIFA or PES, you load up the PS4.
Let me tell you this right now.
That's me.
FIFA isn't my game. If you dare allow me to beat you on FIFA, you should never even show your face ever again. Because let me just train do a bit. Because FIFA, you play 24/7. You play 24/7.
Exaggeration, what go on.
You play 24/7. So if we do this right now, and if I beat you on FIFA, you cannot, because FIFA is not my game. So don't you dare let me beat you on FIFA. Don't you dare, because I have a few tricks up my sleeve, because I know that basically whenever I want to beat someone, because basically if I want to play for fun, I use Argentina. I think I do 4-3-1-2, and I play the 3 thing, and I play with the guy behind, and that's just for fun. If I really want to win, it's ugly. I go defensive. I do Catenaccio. You ain't scoring. 4-5-1, 5-4-1, because I know how to use the ball very smartly. You ain't scoring. Thou shalt not pass. I beat you 1-0.
Look.
So it depends. If you want a fun game, cool. If you want me to beat you, fine. Look. Take your damn FIFA game. Give me a few minutes. And then look, also as well, don't bring all of this tricks and all this like special button moves and anything. Play like a regular man, and then I'll beat you, man.
Well, have you been talking to the Hangout boys, yeah?
No.
Look, all I'm gonna say is, look, if we play FIFA, look, I appreciate coming on this channel. It's quite cool. I even got you that nice birthday present as well. Like, if I played you on FIFA, bro, like, it would be a persecution, which is what 7-0 margin, and you'll throw me at the house. The people wouldn't see me on this channel anymore, which would be a massive shame. So we're not gonna do FIFA. We're gonna do PES. Obviously, when you're ready, I'll give you the time as long as you need. and we'll get it done.
All right.
Bear in mind, also, I've not played. God is my witness. I've not played PES in 10 years, bro. In fact, 11 years since 08.
Wow.
08. And just for you, I'm not even gonna touch the game. I've seen the demo. I'm not gonna touch it.
You know, there's a like, because I know people who say you were playing Priva last week. So, Dude said here, thoughts on which manager is suited for United. I don't even know.
I have an answer to this actually.
Remember, this current United. So coming into this situation right now. So if like Solskjaer was. This is always my default go-to because I just feel like he's underrated and he's very good at managing. Benitez.
Nah. Benitez great manager. You can say that definitely for Simon Valencia especially, done really good things. But the type of manager that United need right now is someone who's gonna coach the players. That's a manager. Yeah, they could do with a manager, but how many big egos have they really got to manage? You know, Pogba and that's about it, right? Not many great players there to manage. You need a team you need a manager that's gonna coach these guys, get the best out of them, and get the best out of the young players that they got there. Because they got quite a young squad, you know.
Give me a name. One name you say.
Their name is. There's a few names out there, but I'm gonna say Ten Hag, and not to come in halfway through the season. Don't get me wrong. Again, there aren't many great names out there, but that's someone who can coach young players. Also, who's got on his side Edmund van der Sar, who knows the club. So you got that only factor with someone who knows the club. But the most important thing is someone who's going to coach these players and has a style of play. Because Benitez isn't going to instill some kind of amazing style of play. Neither is Allegri. You need someone who's going to coach these players and get the best out of them.
Okay, my response to that is that with Ten Hag, very good coach and everything, but even the best coaches in the world can turn brick to gold. I feel that as good as a coach at Ten Hag is, bro, I've known this since the 90s. Ajax have always had one of the best youth academies out there. So you already have a youth academy that, technically speaking, these guys are already very good.
Yeah.
They have always had the best youth academy for a long time. So Ten Hag now coming into a United, speaking on their raw technical skills, how good are those youth people at United, and how likely is Ten Hag able to go to United and actually coach them into actually being quality good players? What's he going to do with Ashley Young? What's he going to do? So is he going to turn Ashley Young into a quality player that actually knows how to cross the ball?
We'll get on to Ashley Young and the Deadwood, but in terms of the young players at Man United, I hear good things. I've seen okay things. Greenwood's quite good. Chong, less so. I've heard things about obviously Angel Gomez. Tuan Zabi's actually pretty decent as well, to be fair. So there's young talent there, but again, when you compare it to like the technical proficiency of Ajax, like I remember seeing one of their Rondo sessions before the Champions League semi-final, and bro, the way that they kicked was mad. Like it's no surprise that they got to the semi-finals with just their technical ability. But again, and that's just the point I'm trying to make with the likes of Ashley Young or the Deadwoods at the club. It's gonna take them 9 years to fix them. Ten Hag going there now isn't gonna be a quick fix. No. You're going to need to give him time, give him the right strategy. You have to make everything work for it to work by, like, let's say his third or fourth year. But it's such a big rebuilding process that you need that from top to bottom. And also you need a change of board because Edward Wood is just not doing it. Again, bear in mind, he came into the club when they were first in the league. He spent 700 million.
Wow.
And now where are they, 15th? He sent them into a Europa League side. It's mad. From being first to the Europa League side. So for me, as a quick fix, who's the best person to come in now? I think it is someone like a Ten Hag who can coach these young players and get the best out of them.
All right. This is an interesting one. This requires some thought. Which is the most balanced team in the world? I'm thinking Juventus. I'm thinking Juventus. Because I was about to say Inter Milan, but no, they're a bit more defensive counter-attack.
I was going to say Liverpool, but then their midfield is a bit... It lacks that creativity.
Yeah. And also, they've been actually quite... They've actually can be very attacking, and also like they can actually play very open. I think the most balanced, is probably Juventus.
That's an interesting one.
Because I can't think of it. I think Liverpool either lean more towards being attacking or lean more towards being the defensive. City, very
Liverpool can do both, but then when it comes to like controlling it just through possession or... Like being able to cut teams open with that, then eye of a needle pass in the midfield, I think they just don't have that. And whereas Juventus, I think because they have such a better squad, they almost have more kind of like tools in the trick. They have basically more tricks that they can go up to where they can bring off, let's say, someone like an Emery. They can look at the wingers that they have available. Quadrado, Costa, then if they want to switch, maybe they can play Dybala and Cristiano on the wings. You got Mandzukic still there, Higuain still there. Like they got so many options that you can argue they're the most balanced, but. You know, I maybe would edge Liverpool, you know. I would edge Liverpool.
Before I go there, you mentioned Higuain winning goal in a big game. Is he back?
Alright. A part of me wants to say, but part of me wants to say,
Because you're having nightmares of
bro.
waiting at Chelsea.
All I'm gonna say is Tammy Abraham, innit? I'm sick of
You
seeing
know-
bums
you-
at my club.
You
so
know, not after all
Tammy
the swear words
Abraham.
and middle fingers, my ads are going to be removed from this show. So thanks a lot. I'm not going to get that check, and I'm actually poor. I'm begging on the
Is
streets.
that your excuse for not playing me on Pez now?
half excuse. So he is he back?
I think he's back to good form, but I don't think he's back to being a top player again. I feel like he's lost a half of yard, but you know what? He's got enough to make it work at Juventus. But the chances he's going to be getting created for him, he's got enough to be a good foil for obviously Cristiano. So
Okay. Who was going to say? Who is the best offensive team at their peak right now?
Man City,
Over
Man City.
Liverpool?
Yeah, 100% over Liverpool because of what they have in midfield, as well as on fullbacks, and obviously the attacking options. Then Mahrez isn't playing more than maybe you play
Over
Bernardo
Liverpool?
Silva. Yeah, 100%. I mean, when the Prem's playing off that right hand side and they're just crossing it in, like it's almost like a cheat code, but nobody knows how to defend that. It's a madness. 100% Man City. I don't think Liverpool are even top 2. Not even top 3, maybe. I think y'all would probably put PSG.
Okay, go in order then, of offensive teams.
I would
at
say
their
Man
peak.
City, 100%.
Don't say Barcelona because
No,
Cannibal
not
is
Barcelona. No. I'm thinking either PSG. You know what, Liverpool are up there to be fair, but I think Man City are probably a clear number 1.
Did you just open your mouth and say PSG in the flipping Uber Eats? What the hell have those losers done in the flipping Champions League?
They put 3 past the 3-peat champions. They put 3 past Real Madrid.
You're really gonna
They
go
put
there.
3 past Real Madrid. Yeah.
I'm
gonna go there. Let's see.
You're really gonna
also,
go there.
in a group. In a group of dev, why you choke on that? Last season, in a group of dev, look what they did to Napoli and Liverpool in an attacking sense. They put goals past both of those teams. Obviously, with Neymar there. Again, a front three of Neymar, Mbappe, Di Maria. You got Cavani.
They lubricated a bunch of guys from the retirement home. Modric and Kroos are from the retirement home. How can you count that as anything?
Modric should even play. But alright, cool. But I'm saying definitely Man City, PSG, and Liverpool. What do you guys think?
Okay,
Am I right again, or am I right again? Because I don't think HH is right on this. If I don't know, he's not right on this.
So I'm gonna tell you, you lubricated your throat.
That is mad.
Alright, actually no, let's ask me. Is Ford a PSG or Chelsea fan?
I'm just really
No, answer. Are you a PSG or a Chelsea fan? Because I mean, I'm actually beginning to question this right now.
I'm a Chelsea fan, but I like to be proven right, and I know PSG are going to make the final of the Champions League this season if Neymar's fit. Natural opinion says City, Liverpool, PSG. You're right again. You got City first. I disagree with Liverpool and PSG a little bit, but fair enough.
And he's a Liverpool fan.
Yeah.
So what positions do Arsenal need to improve to reach Liverpool and City's levels?
That's a lot, but they got striker down.
I was going to say attacking.
Yeah.
Is
In fact, the attack is down. Especially
cool.
if Pepe comes to form, they got the attack down.
Midfield and defense.
100%. And the thing is, they need a natural defensive midfielder who's going to hold it down. Now, can Torreira play that role? I've not seen it. I've been told that he can play as a lone DM, but I've not really seen it. Again, the managers haven't played him in that position for me to know that. So,
And I think what they're missing, obviously, apart from like a strong DM, reliable to defense, the flanks, like
the wing backs, you mean?
yeah, wing back. Now, Arsenal fans have said that Tierney has been injured for most of the season, and we don't really see Tierney because I watched the Arsenal against, I can't remember, basically their Europa League game, and Tierney was looking very good. So I think once Tierney now comes in, and then actually have a threat from the flank, I think that'll be huge. But I think for Arsenal, when you look at Liverpool and let's say City at their strengths, Liverpool at their strengths, look at how good of a defender Laporte is. Look at how good of a defender Vincent Kompany was. Liverpool, look how good of a defender Matip is. Look how good of a defender Van Dijk is. But look at their flanks as well. You're looking at what Zinchenko does. Look at what Kyle Walker does. Look at what Robertson does. Look at what Trent does. Arsenal, you don't have any flanks. Bellerin is trash. Kolo Kolasinac is trash. Montreal was trash. So they really had no flank threats. So I think Arsenal need flank threats, DM, defenders, and then they can build from there.
I think their flanks are right, I disagree on that part just because again, Tierney, I think, again, many people in Scotland compared him just as good as Robertson. They couldn't even choose between the two. So if he's as good as Robertson, then that's your left-hand side covered. And even for the right-hand side, Bellerin, great going forward, not the best defensively, but I think for me, you can get away with Bellerin as your right back, but you need two...
Bro, the guy's... People say he's not right. Guys, but the guy's average, man. The guy's average.
He's been injured for a while, and even before his injury, he was hitting a really good run of form. So I think the main thing, if you have Bellerin as your right back and also Tierney as your left back, I think you need three beasts as your DM and your two centre backs, like to hold it down completely together. Now, right now, I don't see Arsenal having the money to go and afford those players. And also, you don't require Ceballos to really become what Mesut Ozil was meant to be. In fact, what Mesut Ozil was for like a season and a half when he kind of challenged for the league title and then they finished, second or third. So, yeah, I think they need it's a long way before they can get to that point. But I think they're still bridging. There's still like building blocks you can get towards getting to that. It's not going to happen in 2 or 3 years' time, but it's possible if you make the right signings.
So basically, because...
And also to Don 123, I am not smoking crack. PSG are going to be in the final of the Champions League this season.
Actually, no. Well, aside on that, because I like treating my guests well, and I always like to show you with good comments.
You're not going to offer me crack, right?
No. I'm offering you compliments from the live chat. A guy asks, Ford just likes teams with big money. What's your response?
Well, I see a bit of myself in that. I can relate to that. But no. I'm poor. I'm broke. That's the mentality. You have to have it. No, I mean I just rate PSG because of their attacking talent, and we've not seen Neymar in a knockout stage of the Champions League. And from what I've seen, especially what he did at Miracle at the Nou Camp, and what PSG again, look what PSG did to Real Madrid without Neymar, without Mbappe, and without Cavani. That's a top team, man. And with Neymar added to it. I even said last season, the thing is, the reason why I'm doubling down on it is because I saw something last season and I thought, you know what, these guys can win the Champions League if they get it together, and obviously if Neymar plays. Now, we also the miracle, or I think it's the miracle at the part of the France Oli at the wheel, which is funny. It gets funny and funny about the day, but that happened.
That same team knocked us. That's what I say, like...
That happened. It's mad. But at the same time, I think Neymar makes that much of a difference. And also with Mbappe not having to shoulder all the responsibility. Look, I've said it many times throughout this team over these weeks. It's going to happen, watch. They're going to be in the final.
So basically, have you heard, because someone got reminded me, Peter Cech. He's a hockey player now.
Professionally?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, you didn't see the...
No.
Wait, go to Twitter, look at, he's trending on Twitter right now. He's a hockey player. Till the end of the season. I was like, I thought they're talking about another Peter Cech.
Wait. Isn't this guy meant to be a director of football? What's he doing? I would say one thing though, I mean, obviously, legend of the club, but the guy is multi-talented. Like, the guy, have you seen him play drums? The guy is...
Wait, can play drums?
Sick of the drums.
Yeah, and also, I think, isn't he like a scientist? Or he's got like a big brain or something?
Yeah, the guy's just one of these freaks in life who can just do almost anything he wants to do, so... I'm almost not surprised, but at the same time, like, it's like, Marina really cool about DOF being a part-time hockey player, bro. Imagine check this in one of these hockey fights. It's mad.
Look, what is it? Alright, so what this guy, Mane for Ballon d'Or.
If he won the African Cup of Nations, I could put him kind of going towards that, but no. He's not done enough.
Actually, no. On that point here, and maybe we can round off with this. So, as of right now, 29-19, where would you rank African players?
Ooh, this is almost as good as it's ever been. Like, we have some of the best players in the world. We can generally say are African, and not just one.
Yeah.
Like 2 or 3.
For me, Koulibaly, one of the best defenders in the world.
In fact, I would say 5 are upper echelon world class right now. You got obviously Mane, Koulibaly. I think Mahrez is starting to prove that this season. He's getting more game time. Obviously Salah and Aubameyang right now is in red hot form.
Aubameyang.
Red hot form.
So basically, if you're going to put it in order right now, the top 5 African footballers right now, based on form.
Oh, based on form. Ooh, Mane number 1. Number 2, I'm not seeing too much of Napoli this season. Other than the game against Juventus where Koulibaly scored the own goal, but he was actually really good that game.
Yeah.
So, but I'll probably say Mane number 1. I do like Mahrez, man. You know what? Because of the Afro, I'm gonna put Mahrez number 2.
Alright.
But then Aubameyang's in a red hot form. Oh, it's tough, you know. It is tough. I'm gonna say Mane. You know what? Because of his form, I have to put Aubameyang in there because he's been on red hot form.
Yeah.
Mane, Aubameyang, Mahrez.
Ooh!
Salah, Koulibaly. That's only just because I'm not seeing enough of Koulibaly. Otherwise, Salah would be...
Do you have any plans on going to Egypt anytime soon?
No.
Good. Because you may get jumped. So I'm just saying. I mean, if it's for me, some guy says Mbappe and Kante. Look, if you don't go to ethnicity, then that's going to go even deep. But I'm mighty close to you, but Mane, Koulibaly. Mane, Koulibaly, Aubameyang, Mahrez, Salah.
Koulibaly's in better form than Aubameyang. Again, I'm not watching Napoli, so I'm not
Koulibaly is tight. Koulibaly is tight. That guy's a bedrock. Fair enough. Okay, you know what? Mane, Aubameyang, Koulibaly, Mahrez, Salah.
That's cool.
That's how I'm gonna roll, man.
Yeah, you better not go to Egypt either, bro.
Nah, no, bro. I know, man. Oh, actually, Onana is also pretty good as well. The Ajax keeper from Cameroon.
Yeah, no, he's quality. One question I saw earlier, which I forgot to mention.
Yeah.
Which brothers do you prefer? The Longstaff brothers or the Mario brothers?
Wait, Longstaff he has a brother?
You didn't know this?
No.
So there was I think Sean Longstaff. He was linked to go into Man United for 60 million in the summer. Mad. Then his brother, who just come through the academy as well, is the one who scored the winner against Man United last season. And I think I already know you know this, but you just want to rub it in Man United fans' face a bit more. So here you go. You guys got done by the Longstaff brothers. So for me, you know what? The Mario brothers did it for me back in the day, but the Longstaff brothers, there's something about them, man.
How do you lose and have a guy called Longstaff get the winning goal, man? That is sick, man. So
there's a joke in there which I'm not gonna say, but
oh god, I even already know the joke down. Yeah, that's not safe for work, man. So any final words before?
Someone mentioned Hakimi, by the way, as well.
Hakimi is very good.
He's in really good form.
So any final words?
Next week.
What's happening there next week?
We have the game on PES. I think a week's enough time for you to prepare, bro. The people want to see it. The whole world wants to see it.
I'll think about it. I think I'm a very busy man. I'm doing some hustles. So guys, remember it's in the description box below. Remember to become and think about becoming a Patreon, man. Think of becoming a patron. You're gonna get access to extra content. The link is in the description box below. Become a brick, become a first-team player, become a star player. All different tiers give you all different access to different things. And also as well, in the description box below, you can also join my other YouTube channel, which is Half Up Thoughts, for all of my film reviews, movie reviews, and all of my random beautiful thoughts. I try and post there daily to keep you guys entertained with top content. And with that, guys, Ford, it's been a pleasure. And hopefully, wait, when is the Ajax game? 2 weeks' time?
Yeah.
Or 3 weeks' time?
So as soon as they come back after international, the week after.
Woo-wee! Guys, you know where I am. Twitch, follow me on Twitch. We will be doing, because YouTube are so cool, we'll be doing our live watch along on Twitch. So when that happens, me and Ford, we're going to be riding, doing that Twitch watch along. Alright guys, peace out, stay true, stay black, and Zad going to get 30 Gs and 12 assists this season. Peace out.